Hey guys, so today I said I would do like relationship tips idea type of video because I don't know, I thought that who the fuck would want to watch a vlog from me? Hey guys, so today I said that I would do just like a little bit of a relationship tips. I haven't done like a chitty chatty video yet, and I just put like a box up on my story and asked, and I got a good few good ones, a bit of tea to be fair. I did do a lookbook at the weekend. I'm not the happiest with it. I didn't do, like, I was too far away from the camera. I don't know, I'm editing it at the moment and it's just kind of a shit show. I'm still going to put it out because I put so much time into it, and I think that I just bit it hard at myself, so we'll forget about it. I got this Starbucks cup that everyone's talking about, and I'm going to put my name on it because for the lols. Okay, so let's just get into the questions. I am no expert, that's a bit obvious. I just said it would be fun, and a lot of them are like kind of sad. I don't know what I expected, to be honest, but here I am. Can exes be friends? It depends. I'm friends with well, a few of my exes, but I was with them when I was like 14. It was so long ago I wouldn't even classify it as an awkward situation. It depends on the situation. Like, I overall would say no, but I don't know everyone's situation. Did you break up like badly? Did you realise that you're actually not attracted to each other at all? It depends, because if you're still attracted to each other, you're never going to be friends. So, well, I'm attracted to a lot of my friends, but like as in my girlfriends. You know, you have such like a personal thing for like, I don't know, a month or like 2 weeks, and then you're not friends at all, which I've always tried to stay friends with my exes, but it's probably always, it's sometimes have gone wrong. So that's my answer. How to find one? Girl, I wouldn't be the one to ask, but I do have an ultimatum, or like a advice: stop looking. I genuinely think that when you stop looking, you will meet someone, and especially like in lockdown, it's really hard this year to find someone. Like, I have friends who are newly single or whatever, and it's like so hard. Like, dating is like so hard right now, and like, don't be so hard on yourself. Like, you've been through like a really hard year, but I think stop looking, and stop looking for like hero from after, or like these guys that like give up everything for you. Like, I think that a lot of people are like looking for this like Joker Harlequin complex, where it's like he's such a badass and like you're his weakness, and like it's so stupid. Like, girls always want like fellas that are dickheads, and you know, I get that, like, do you know what I mean? You just want a bit of a challenge, you want someone to put up with your like anger and stuff, but like that's just from you wanting to be difficult, and like you don't need to be difficult to get someone. Go for the nice guys, go for the guys you really didn't think that you'd first like, or the girls, sorry, I don't know what your sexual orientation is, or anyone else. Go for someone who is nice to you, and who you wouldn't originally think, but like obviously attraction matters, but like I think that a lot of people think they have to be perfect to be attracted to them, or like hard to get. So I don't know if that made sense, but that would be my answer. I need to choose between two boys I have feelings for, but I don't know how. Okay, so there's a whole thing. It's like, choose the second one because you wouldn't have chose the first one, or choose the second one because you wouldn't have liked the second one if you liked the first. I don't know, I really don't. Choose the second one because if you really liked the first one, you wouldn't have liked the second one. But then again, there's choose the first one because there's another reason for that. But look, we're so young. Why choose? I don't know, like, we're so young, just Go for your heart. Go for what's in your head. If it was meant to be, it was meant to be. Whoever's being nicer to you, whoever's making you happier, like, you do you. 17 and I still haven't had a boyfriend, never gone past the talking stage, and I feel so worthless. That is so sad. Like, when I read this, I was so sad. I was like, I want to give them a hug. You do not need validation from boys, and you don't, like, I don't think that there's like an age where you need, I don't think that there's an age that you need to start having boyfriends. I think there's like this like age limit, and like people think it's so weird. Like, I don't even think people think it's weird. Like, nobody's thinking that about you, and I know you might feel like, you know, are you not worth, you know, a relationship, or why hasn't anyone seen you that way thus far? Look, God has a plan. And write yourself love letters. Write yourself, like, be in love with yourself. And I know that's like stupid and easy for me to say and all this, but like, you know, I actually believe in writing yourself love letters. Like, did you ever watch Marriage Story, and like at the start they're writing each other like little details about each other, and you're like, oh my god, I want someone to write that about me. And like, I like, write it about yourself, what you like about yourself, you know, like what, like, I like that I do this, and like I like, you know, things like that. And practice self-love. I know it's like really hard, and like, as I said before, this year has been the hardest for dating. Even people in long-term relationships, or like relationships at all, it's been hard for them because they like, maybe they haven't even been able to see each other, or they're quarantined together, so they're like learning more about each other. You do not need a boy to feel, or a girl, or whoever you're into, you don't need a relationship to feel happy, because there's a lot of people in relationships who aren't happy. That's just what I would say. I hate that I depend on validation from boys. I get that. I so get that. Like, it's like how people rely on validation from Instagram, validation from other people. A lot of people rely on relationships and feeling sexy and things like that, and if it's what empowers you, absolutely cool. I get that. But you love yourself, and you should need no validation from anyone other than yourself, and maybe even your friends. You are absolutely worth it. And like, I didn't even think that this video was going to be that preachy, but I just feel so sad on like people who feel this way, and I get it, like, do you know what I mean? I've felt like I needed too much validation from other people, and like I do rely, like, I think in relationships you rely on like your other half too much to get, like, to be happy, but you need to focus on yourself, and you don't need validation from boys. Write yourself a love letter. Like I said, you won't regret it, and do it like every day, and you have to actually believe in what you're writing down. When people say set boundaries, what do they mean? How do you do it? It depends on what you're talking about. I think when people say set boundaries, I think it means have space from each other. That's what I get from it. Like, you know, if I didn't want my boyfriend to be around my friends every time I'm with them, that would be setting a boundary. I think that that's what I get from it. If I asked someone to set boundaries, I would mean to step away and like think about what you're doing, where could you give them space, and where could you step back from that you're putting too much into. Maybe you're relying on them too much for emotional help, or you're relying on them too much for anything else. Yeah, no, just take a step back and like evaluate your situation, and evaluate how you are in the relationship, and see each other less, things like that. Like, I live 20 minutes from my boyfriend, and we only see each other twice a week. We could see each other every day. We just don't, because we just like, we have our two of our lives, and then we come together. We don't have to live together all the time to feel wanted, loved, everything like that. That would be my idea of setting boundaries. I don't know if that helped. Somebody asked how a sex life evolved over time of being together. I don't know if that makes sense. It does, but all I'm gonna say is communication. Just talk to each other. How to not get bored in a long-term relationship. I think like understanding each other, and I don't know, like finding new things to do. I mean, if you're getting bored all the time, it might be an idea to break up with them, because long term, like you're not going to marry someone that you were bored with like all the time, you know what I mean? But it happens. It happens in healthy relationships, it happens in marriages. Talking about it, I know that I said that before, but like that's key, and then you can see how they feel, see how you feel, try come up with things together to make it better, you know, to be more excited to see each other. I would suggest, if you're bored, see each other less. And you think like, oh my god, no, if we're in love we should want to see each other all the time, and that's not true. You don't want to see anyone all the time. You love your family members, you live with them, and you don't want to see them all the time. Go do something nice with each other, and yeah, it's really important. Like, I know like everyone says like date nights, but like I think they're so important. Like, go experience things together, have more things to talk about. Don't just be in each other's rooms like watching movies, because it's just so counterproductive. How are you meant to know if you were in love with someone even though you ended it with them because they were horrible, but they're still on your mind a lot even though it's usually a bad memory? That's a lot. I think a lot of people say, like, there was a few questions saying how do you know when you're in love, or like an answer, and I know it's the most annoying answer, and I think that you know what I'm going to say is you know when you're in love. Not when you're jealous, it's not, you know, this moment where you think you drop everything for them, because personally I wouldn't drop everything for anyone. And if someone was horrible to you, they're not worth your love, they're not worth your time, and I'm really sorry if you were in love with them, because they really don't deserve it from you. And all the memories are bad. I think that shows that they're really not worth your time. Even if you were in love with them, it still wouldn't hold water, because you shouldn't be with them if they were so horrible to you. Sorry that you had bad memories and things like that, but it is hard looking back on like a relationship and like trying to remember all the good things when it was mostly bad things. He or she or they do not deserve your love at all. So full on today. Like, I really didn't expect this video to be like so deep. I thought it was gonna be like kind of funny. I don't know why, I don't know. Keep having dreams that I cheat on my boyfriend. I've had these and there is a reason for them. I just need to Google it. Dreams where you're the cheater often signal that you have feelings or guilt or self-betrayal, or that you have compromised your beliefs or integrity, and it doesn't have to be anything to do with your romantic life. Sometimes cheating dreams would represent a situation where you cheated or you were being dishonest. Go. Make of it what you will. I don't know. I believe in like dream explanations. Every time I have a dream I like wake up and I'm like, what the fuck does it mean? And it's so annoying. There's times where my boyfriend has texted me in the morning, it's like, let's just not talk for the day because I had a dream that you cheated on me. And I'm angry at you for it, and I'm the same. It happens. You wake up with like a sigh of relief. I've been there. My boyfriend is emotionally abusive and I want to leave, but I feel guilty because it's before Christmas. What should I do? It doesn't matter what month of the year it is. It doesn't matter if it's his birthday. If he's treating you like shit, leave him. Does you want to ruin your Christmas or his? Your Christmas is more important. Fuck his Christmas. You don't need him. You know, don't feel guilty. He definitely, like, if he's treating you badly, he doesn't feel guilty, I would say. And I know it's not that easy, and it sounds so easy for me, but that's what I would say about it. Communication tips. The minute you have an issue, or the minute you're jealous about someone or something, you have a little bit of a problem, tell them, and don't text them. Maybe text them if that's all that you can do, but yeah, talk to them. And if they react badly, then that says so much more about them than it does about you. You tried to talk to them. Communication is so important. Like, that's tips on having a long-term relationship. Talk to each other, tell each other everything that you're thinking, other than like maybe offensive parts, because it's natural for humans to think things of each other. I think that a lot of girls and boys and people these days have this like mentality, and it's like there's TikTok audios, it's like, don't touch my man, and like, don't look at my man, and you know, everybody wants my man. Like, no, the world doesn't evolve around you as a sole person. Not everyone wants your boyfriend or your girlfriend, or you know, you don't possess someone. You're going out with someone and like seeing someone because you love them. That's the reason you're seeing them. So I don't understand why people have this mentality that you own someone, or that they would go off and cheat on you and things like this. If they were going to cheat on you, they would, and you can't stop that. if they're going to cheat on you and you're trying to stop it all the time. Make your brain go crazy and things like that, but you shouldn't have to control them or tell them not to see someone, tell them not to be friends with someone, things like that. If you have to do that, you do not trust them and you should not be with them. And it's just because you're insecure in yourself, and that's not a mean thing of me to say, it's just the truth. And like, if you're insecure in yourself, it'll show in your relationship. And it'll show in the way you treat others, or how people tweet about like how they've been serving people and a girl would think that you're talking to, like, looking at their boyfriend, or like, you know, there's like people like that get angry when a girl says hi to your boyfriend but not to you. Who cares? Who cares? Maybe that person knows my boyfriend more. It's not that they're trying to get up, you know, get attention from him. You know, there is people that go out there and get with other people's boyfriends, but don't be scared about them. If your boyfriend was going to, you know, be about them, you can't change that. And I think relationships is a lot about like what you can and can't change, and like what you, like, your mentality about like, do you own them, or like, are you going out with them, are you having fun, do you make each other laugh? My number one thing about relationships is be nice to each other, understand the two of you people. And like, I don't know, my boyfriend would laugh when I say that, because I do take my moods out on him, and I know that like you have to be aware of these things, and like otherwise you're just not going to have a good relationship and you're going to hurt each other. Trust them, and even if they don't deserve your trust, then you shouldn't be with them. They cheated on you loads of times, or they were going out with someone behind your back, you know, you're kind of, it's a pipe dream if you think they're going to change. My age, I think that people stress about it too much. Love your younger years. You know, love is so fluid in my opinion. These are the most selfish years of your life, and if you're going to get hung up on who's going to hurt you and who's going to do this and that, and oh my god, he's too nice and I don't like that, I want him to give out to me, I want us to fight, you are not going to have good teenage years, good younger years, good relationships, because you are so hung up on having chaos in your life, and you are expelling your insecurities onto people, and that's not how you have good friendships and good relationships. That was so ranty. I didn't want this video to be as ranty as it was. Hope that I helped in a bit. What I want my channel to be, like vlogs or videos like this or little lookbooks. I'm trying out everything, and I really hope that you subscribe and give love and be kind. This is just a hobby, and I think there's a lot of people starting little, you know, little pages, like fashion pages. There's lots of girls doing fashion pages at the moment. I think Zara's like Winterline made people just go off and say, I am a fashion connoisseur, and now everyone's doing it. But it's cool, it's so good to see that people are starting to just show off what they've got and show off their little talents, like, you know, and everyone should just support them. You know, I think that people are so hung up on like everyone's trying to be famous. Like, no, nobody's. I mean, ultimately it's great if somebody starts like making their own money from this, but I think that when we start seeing it as a hobby, and like if it makes people happy, just keep your mouth shut, just leave them do it. And yeah, sorry, that's my last rant. Lots of love, thank you so much for clicking on, and if you made it to the end, thank you so much. I'll see you later guys, bye.